A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus went to the Mount of Olives, but early in the morning he arrived again in the temple area, and all the people started coming to him, and he sat down and taught them. Then the scribes and the Pharisees brought a woman who had been caught in adultery and made her stand in the middle. They said to him, "Teacher, this woman was caught in the very act of committing adultery. Now in the law, Moses commanded us to stone such women. So what do you say?" They said this to test him, so that they could have some charge to bring against him. Jesus bent down and began to write on the ground with his finger. But when they continued asking him, he straightened up and said to them, "Let the one among you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." Again he bent down and wrote on the ground. And in response, they went away one by one, beginning with the elders. So he was left alone with the woman before him. Then Jesus straightened up and said to her, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" She replied, "No one, sir." Then Jesus said, "Neither do I condemn you. Go, and from now on, do not sin anymore." The Gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. A good guess goes for seconds. A colleague reminded me about this saying while both of us stood up to get more food during a dinner meeting. This made me think of the gospel this Sunday, the story of a woman caught in adultery. Going for seconds in connection with this gospel can mean giving someone a second chance. It can also mean responding to someone's invitation or challenge to live a good and moral life the second time around. This reaction is different from that of the bystanders in this Sunday's gospel. Instead of giving the adulterous woman a second chance, they were immediately condemning her to death. Jesus did not submit to their wish. Instead, he challenged them with the words, "Whoever has not sinned, let him cast the first stone." Then, Jesus told the woman not to sin anymore. How many times have we shown the same judgmental attitude like that of the crowd in the gospel? How many times have we been quick to condemn other people? Yet, if we examine our lives, we're not better than other people as we think we are. We're as weak as they are. There's a story about a novice master who was asked by his fellow monks to judge another member of the monastery. Hesitant to come to the community meeting, the master came running inside the conference room bringing a leaking basket full of sand. When his fellow monks asked him what the scenario was about, he answered saying, "My sins are running before me." In other words, he wanted to tell them that he was as sinful as the fellow monk that they were condemning. Surely the woman caught in adultery had sinned. But in giving her a second chance, Jesus did not grant her a passport to keep her immoral life. Instead, he challenged her not to sin anymore. Hence, going for seconds cannot be taken lightly. It's a serious responsibility to rehabilitate oneself, to seek help with one's negative behaviors that could be results of some personal traumas. Going for seconds, on the other hand, can be an adventure towards a harmonious and productive life in the future. Lent is a time to practice this kind of fasting from judging others. It is also a time for us to take a second look at our lives and to respond to God's call to sin no more. And absolutely, It's a time to realize that God gives us second chances.